Howdy, fellas. It's Val. Actually, it's not. So, okay, here's the situation. I've always struggled with gender identity problems, like even since before I knew what those words meant. And I didn't realize up until the 8th grade that there were genders other than male and female. And so I was like, oh my god, let's explore this. And so I did extensive research and spent ungodly amounts of hours on the gender wiki and places of that same nature. And I found out, hey, you know what? I think I'm agender, which is like not a dude, not a chick, just lack of gender. And I used they, them pronouns for a really long time. At some point in high school, I switched it over to non-binary just because it was like a more broad, general umbrella term for people who don't identify as male or female. Then, once junior year was coming to a close, I was like, wow, I don't feel like this anymore. It was really scary and confusing because I'd spent all that time like so sure of myself and who I was, and all of a sudden I just wasn't. And so I took some time and just, moped around and tried to figure it out on my own, but it was kind of confusing and I couldn't. So I started talking to some friends of mine about it. We started using different pronouns for me, and eventually, and this took probably like a little over a year, but eventually we found out I'm a trans guy. And the reason that I told you that whole story instead of just, saying, hey, I'm trans, is because I know a lot of people are going through similar situations or maybe exactly the same thing. I felt like absolute dog shit while that was happening to me. Like it was a really, again, scary and confusing time, and it made me like really uncomfortable. But the thing is, you shouldn't ever know like everything about yourself, because we like as individuals are constantly growing and changing, and the whole reason that identity didn't fit me anymore is because I grew and I changed, and now I have this one. And, maybe that'll change someday too. And at first that prospect scared me, but now it's like, hey, that's okay. You could be fucking 80 and still figuring this shit out. Like, growth is natural, and there's no due date for this stuff. Nothing's set in stone. It's really up to you. But I just wanted to say, if you're going through something like that, like, don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you're inconveniencing anybody by changing something that you thought you were for like your whole life. It's like that thing that people say where, like, don't set yourself on fire in order to keep others warm. Like, don't do something that you're not comfortable with just because it's what other people are comfortable with, But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. I know that everyone's probably waiting for, me and Dexter to get stupid on the podcast, so we're gonna get right to that. He, him pronouns. I go by Emmett now, so not Val anymore. It's Emmett, like E-M-M-E-T-T. And yeah. If this ruined the podcast for you and you now no longer want to listen, bye. Have a great life. But if you're continuing to listen, I just want to say thank you so much, and I hope that we continue to be, like, funny enough for you, because God, the pressure is on. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye, love you. Hi, I'm Emmett.
Hi, I'm Dexter.
And this is Eavesdroppers, the podcast where we get nosy and listen in on others' conversations so you don't have to. If this is your first time listening, how the podcast works is we overhear things entirely on accident in passing throughout our day-to-day, and here we will try to guess the context to the things that we accidentally overhear. So, I actually have my list pulled up. It's funny because before I would have it like written down in a notes document on my phone. And now I'm just a caveman, a goddamned barbarian, and I have it written down on a physical notepad.
You? On paper?
like real paper?
I haven't
the one
seen
that comes
real
from trees.
Paper in 8 billion years.
I know.
Like the minute you leave school, paper just stops existing.
Absolutely. That's pretty much what happens too. But we have to carry it around for work, which is really appropriate because that's where I've heard pretty much everything on this list with the exception of one other thing. I'm not gonna lie. I have exactly 4 things. Do you have several?
Yeah.
What's your list like?
Okay, it's pretty long. A lot of them are complete bullshit. I work at a library. I don't hear things anymore.
I I no longer have ears.
Like, I've been pulling things from billboards, name brands, shit like that. I haven't heard anything in several years.
Just the Jesus billboard, but all the time.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now, I think, at this point. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, it's your turn to start.
Okay, alright. So, this is actually, like, a conversation, that I heard. A piece of a conversation. So, at the park, there was, and this was a while ago, there was a very sudden influx of visitors to the park, and it was a track team from a school not too far away from where we work, actually, and I can't remember the name of the school, but they were high school kids. It was the track team, boys and girls, and they were all staying at the campground, and I think that's the busiest I've ever seen it, to be honest. But at one point I was sweeping the by the beach, because there was sand all over the sidewalks, and there were I heard 3 things in that, 2 seconds. God, I miss high school so much, because, it's oh my god. Anyway, these 3 things were all from high school students. So, of course. And this is just one of the things that I heard in the span of, the very, very short amount of time that they were, heard this cluster of children was walking past me. One of them said, "I'm allergic to water." To which another one replied, "Oh, so you're a witch?" And that's the first bit that I got out of that.
That's only the first bit?
That's only the first bit.
Yeah. True gold. I love them so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good shit.
We could just talk about them the whole podcast, and we don't even need to worry about my kinky alcohol.
You what?
My kinky alcohol.
Okay. I don't know where to go from there. Is that just what you have to say, after this? Or, what please explain the kinky alcohol.
Well, we're doing yours.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I was asking if that was your bit that you're gonna do after this one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, okay. I could save it to make you angry.
Please, no, you've started it now. You won't only make me angry, but everyone else listening to this. I need to hear about kinky alcohol. But first, I'm allergic to water. Oh, so you're a witch? Now, I mean, are they? They never fucking answered. They kept walking. Maybe they did answer and I just didn't hear them, but, are they?
I feel like it doesn't have to be a witch exactly. It could be...
Yeah, because, is it, again, canon I don't think would be the proper term here, but, is it true that all witches are allergic to water in some way, shape, or form?
I don't think so, because, that was all I was gonna say.
Oh my god. We as 2 people need to learn how to, end our sentences.
Yeah, I think so.
Instead of just, trailing off and then being that's interesting. But, I don't think, I mean, I think that in, the more traditional sense, super old witch, is that a thing where, witches, I would assume that they would only be allergic to holy water?
No, I think they're referencing the Wizard of Oz.
Right, but why are witches allergic to water?
Are you Googling it right now?
Please be alone. Oh, good, Reddit.
No.
Oh, apparently only wicked witches melt in water, so I think that we're fine.
Oh.
But what's the definition of a wicked witch? Okay. Never mind, I can't. Never mind, I'm not gonna. Hang on, all I typed in was "what's the," and the first thing that came up was "what's the scoop," and I think that's very funny. Okay, anyway. So, okay, it's not necessarily all witches that are allergic to water, but, like, you have to be of a certain school of magic, I guess, in order to be considered, like
a
witch that has an aversion, a fire witch.
Yes.
But
you stopped really fast. Oh my god.
Wait, what happened?
Okay. You were talking, I said a fire witch while you were talking, and then you stopped. And
because it was so... Because you're absolutely right. I just, God, the dynamics of a witch. I don't know enough about witchcraft to even begin to, like, dissect this, but, like... Oh, so you're a witch. Is this person trying to out them as a witch? Like, what if they're, like, in hiding,
It's the Salem witch
like,
trials
still in the broom closet. Like, what? Oh, I'm gonna get sued.
By who?
The witches, Dexter! The witches! That was very loud.
Anyway, witches and water. I feel like it's just like an inside joke between the two of them. Like, oh, so you're a witch? They both know.
Oh, yeah. It's like I completely understand.
But they're just
like one of them, like they know that he's a witch, and they're like, ha ha ha, so you're a witch, and then all their friends are laughing, but they're the only ones that know.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. I had to turn up my microphone because I was being so quiet. And now I'm really loud.
But that's okay.
If you saw these wavelengths, you'd disagree.
You sound fine to me.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm probably just an idiot.
But, like, the Skype microphone and the Audacity microphone are different. It was only at about 50%.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's just an inside joke. Maybe both of them are witches.
And they're just goofing.
Yeah, they're just straight goofing. But either way, I hope that someone someday, somewhere along the line who listens to this will be able to, like, dispel our misconceptions about witches being allergic to water and actually give us, like, I don't know, like a rule book, because that is actually something that, I would like to know more about. It's like ghosts. Like, where's the rule book? Like, are you confined just to the house in which you died, or, like, the room, or, like, the property, Like, there's so much we don't know, but we go off of, like, the shit that we see in horror movies, but it's like each one has their own rules.
Sure. So, like, a ghost encyclopedia.
Okay. So, do you think we're ready to move on? Have we given the closure to these two witches sharing a bonding moment amongst their non-witch students, peers?
I think they're lesbians also, but that's just my hot take.
It was two dudes.
I think they're lesbians, but that's just my
hot
take.
They're lesbians! That's fair. You know what? Your identities are valid. Let's go. I don't know anything about what I just said, never mind. But yeah, okay, so, witches. Alright, your go.
Kinky alcohol.
Please tell me about the kinky alcohol.
So, the other day, I sacrificed my Thursday, which is my day off, and I don't have to deal with anyone, because no one's home but me. So it's just like 8 hours of just me at my house. And it's
good shit.
A truly holy day. I love it so much. But I sacrificed it to hang out with this one dude. And we went everywhere. He can't drive.
Wait. He went everywhere, but he can't drive? How did you get to the everywhere?
He can drive. He just does badly.
Was it Cameron?
No. He's a bad driver, too. But this is a different dude. It's probably because he's gay, but that's beside the point.
Oh, thank God.
So, he wouldn't keep his hands on the wheel.
What is this?
Nearly killed him.
Like, I mean, okay, it's one thing if you have to, like, use one hand to, like, scratch your nose, or, like, even if you're, like, resting it up on the, like, fucking windowsill or whatever that thing is called.
Sure.
But, like, you keep both hands on the wheel? I don't think that you can just let go.
Yeah, because he did all the time. I'm like, hey, keep your fucking hands on the wheel, you dumb bitch. And I wouldn't stop saying that.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah. And he didn't know where he was going either. So he kept needing the map on his phone. And I'm like, put your fucking phone down. Right goddamn now. There's 2 other people in the car. We could just give you directions if you give us the phone and fucking... Anyway, that's beside the point. We get to the place we're trying to go. Mega Bev.
Right.
I don't remember if that's actually the name of the place, but I'm...
No, it is. I love Mega Bev.
And I'd never been there before because I was like, oh, alcohol.
I just like the name.
I'm just a baby. I can't. But it turns out that there's like a soda section in the back.
Ooh.
So we were going to the soda section because this dude was just like, hey, there's this one soda I saw a while back. I want to fucking see if they have this soda. So we go, and I actually have one for the like billboard sign that has interchangeable letters, but I'll get there later. This place was a gold mine. I have so many things that I saw there that didn't make any sense, and it was great. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the alcohol brand, Kinky.
Kinky alcohol.
Yes, it was
just
like
the
beer
name.
or something like that was named Kinky. I don't think it definitely was not beer. It was in a bright pink package.
Oh, that's even better. Oh, that's even better.
Yes, it is. Okay.
So wait, the eavesdropper, the thing that you either overheard or saw that didn't make sense was the Kinky beer.
Yes, that was the first thing I saw, at least, going into this place.
Right.
Like, they had, the standard beer castle.
Oh, yeah, and like the Slim Jim section.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
And then you go further back, and the soda section is in the very, very back. And as we were walking through the aisles, I saw it. It was bright pink. Like, you couldn't miss it. It was in, like, amongst a bunch of, like, browns and the occasional, like, dim...
yellow.
Yeah. Bright pink. Kinky. Staring me in the face.
This is the homosexual agenda.
Yeah, you're right! You did it. Like, we don't even need to talk about it anymore. That's it.
Did you even, like, examine the packaging, or were you too nervous because it was alcohol and you are bab? Because I'm dying to know, like, what flavor this thing was. If it's bright fucking pink alcohol, like, what, cherry? My first thought was bubblegum, but with, like, alcohol, that would taste fucking awful. Not that I would know, but that would taste fucking awful, I think.
Yeah, I didn't. Like, I walked past, I saw Kinky, and then I backtracked. I was like, oh!
Just fucking slam it in reverse. We gotta investigate.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. But I was so caught up in literally everything but what flavor it was. Like, the font, it was, like, bright and bold and shit, and then
Was it like wavy, like cursive?
No, it was, like, Times New Roman.
Oh my god.
But
That's, like, the opposite aesthetic.
Yeah, so it was, like, bright pink, and then there was, like, strawberries and shit. I don't remember if it was strawberries, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, a fruit.
Like raspberries or something?
Yeah, some red fruit, and it was, like, splashes all over the place. And that's what I saw. I didn't catch the flavor or the kind of alcohol it was. It was definitely in a box, though.
So what are we trying to figure out here? Like, what's...
Why would they name their alcohol brand Kinky?
There was and I swear to God this was a thing that I saw that exists, and I can't remember for the life of me how long ago it was or where it was called, but it was like a honey that was used exclusively for, like, sexual purposes. Like, you know how people do that, like, fucking... I don't actually, knowing you, I have no fucking clue if you know what this is or not. But, like, people who do that thing where they, like, fucking, like, melt, like, wax or, like, chocolate over each other and shit.
Yeah, like the food kink thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it's like that, but, like, with honey. And it's just, I've never
But, like, exclusively for that.
I mean, I'm sure you could buy it just to fucking put it on toast, but it said, like, I think it was, like, body safe or something. Like, I don't know.
Oh, so it wouldn't, like, burn your dick off or whatever. So, no, hear me out. Body safe hot sauce.
What?
For when you're feeling spicy. Listen, that's the funniest joke I've ever told. You need to laugh harder.
I can't breathe. I can't laugh harder or I'll die, Dexter.
If that's what
the
it takes.
The sriracha bottle enema is real.
Okay. Have we recovered? Are we okay?
Not, like, emotionally.
Well, no, of course not. We can't recover emotionally after this.
Right. So maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's, like, the same exact purpose where it's, like, you know, made to be used sexually, but I think maybe it's like an aphrodisiac kind of thing.
I don't know what that word means.
It's like, oh my god, I don't actually know. Hang on, I can Google it. God, this search engine is becoming so fucking useful. Aphrodisiac. Definition, please. I actually typed please.
Please.
Okay. Google, please and thank you. Okay. So, aphrodisiac, noun, a food, drink, or drug that stimulates sexual desire or a thing that causes excitement.
So you just said, I don't think it's inherently sexual, but it's inherently sexual.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think it's, what I meant to say, I'm sorry, I misspoke. What I meant to say was, I don't think it's something that can be used physically in sex, like the honey thing where you, like, put it on your body, but I think it's something that can be used in the context of sex. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I hate it a lot.
Or maybe maybe it's just...
Can't we just call it sex honey and be done?
What? I was talking about the beer.
Well, we're still talking about the beer?
Yes, we haven't moved on. We talked about it for maybe 12 seconds, and it was mostly you having a panic attack.
Yeah, but we did the gay thing, and
no, because, okay, the sex honey is used for, yes, you rub it on your body, and then you do kinky stuff. But the beer is used as an aphrodisiac, potentially, which is, like, you know, that, like, is stimulating sexual desires, but not actually, like, you know, fucking pouring beer on your dick or whatever.
Shut the fuck up for a second. It's Viagra, but beer.
Oh my god, that is truly big dick energy, is when you're fucking slamming back Viagra with a fucking, like, Guinness or some shit. Like, what are you doing if not that?
You fucking coward.
I fucking crush up Viagra and slam lines of it, fellas. I live the fucking life. Holy shit, that's awful. Don't take your medication with alcohol, folks. But yeah, like, that's... Jesus Christ. I mean, I think you would I don't think you could just be able to, like, sell that, to be honest.
I mean, it was a beer store, or whatever they're called.
A beer store.
Listen.
On
the phone.
Yeah.
We're on the phone too, Dad.
Shut up, you're not getting interviewed again.
I want to be interviewed again.
Daddy. We're not interviewed. Daddy.
Good.
You wouldn't want to. Okay. He left.
Oh, okay. We need to move on before I make the joke I was gonna make.
Wait, please do.
No.
I'm fucking begging you.
No.
Is it something that isn't appropriate for... Are we gonna get in trouble if you say it out loud?
Well, we're talking about kinky alcohol. How bad could it be?
How fucking bad could it be? I mean, like, yeah, just please.
Tell the joke?
Yes.
No.
Our standards are so low, please.
Fine. You know how we were talking about Viagra?
Unfortunately.
Your dad walked into the room.
And?
That's it. That's it. You know where I was going.
He's an old man, Dexter.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. You're correct. I think I was gonna say something else, but I don't fucking remember. This has been a traumatic experience.
Anyway, this is your dad. I love him so much. We need to stop talking about this immediately.
Thank you, Kinky Beer, for ruining my fucking relationship with my father. Okay. I am going to take legal fucking action. So, is it me now?
Yes. I gotta hope so.
Okay.
We were talking about it for so long.
I know. It didn't even really feel like
no,
it.
No, it did, but we were. I mean, with the sex honey in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so, this, again, I cannot stress to you enough, I need to stop saying that. That's like the 87th time I've said that, like, not even in the podcast, but today. So, this was, again, as you know, said by the herd of children from the high school that was passing by. Different kid, but they said, "Fuck you, that could have hydrated me."
Still talking about water, I guess.
Probably, but it wasn't one of the witches.
Sure, okay. So here's the thing.
Right.
I feel like they dropped I was gonna say hearty beverage. I meant frosty.
A hearty beverage?
A hearty
That's
beverage.
like a broccoli smoothie or something.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so anyways. Fuck you, that could have hydrated me. I don't know who this person was talking to. Or what they were talking about, like the hydration. I don't know, like what...
Okay.
I guess that's what we're supposed to figure out, huh?
Yeah, sure. Consider this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sunny out when you heard this?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So, hypothetically, they're on a sidewalk, right?
They absolutely were.
So, it's a sidewalk, and someone dropped water or something, and the sun evaporates it, and he goes, "Fuck you, that could have hydrated me." He's talking to the sun.
He's talking at the sun.
Yes.
At sun on Twitter.
What the fuck?
Hey, this is homophobia. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. That's way fucking fast. We would probably be dead right now if the sun got that hot that fast. Well, I mean, maybe it didn't, like, fucking bubble and, like, sizzle up into, like, a little cloud. Maybe it was just, like, on the ground.
Yeah.
But you can't really, like, pick water up off of the ground,
No, you
can
can't. No.
Especially not, like, concrete.
So the problem is that you could definitely, absolutely lick the ground, though.
He licked the ground. Oh no. So that's very, very, very good. Don't lick the ground. There's sand there. I haven't swept yet. Oh. We actually do have a fucking big cooler in the back of our van that we drive around the park places because it gets really hot sometimes. And we have these, like, styrofoam cups, and each one has, like, our name on it. Or we used to. Now we all have, like, our own water bottles. Yeah. But at one point I used one that I guess had been used before. And, which is fine. Like, I didn't get mono or anything. Like, I don't personally have a problem with it. It's, you know, who gives a shit. But it had sand in it. Not a lot. But just, like, 2 grains, and for the rest of the fucking day, occasionally there would be a crunching within my mouth.
Yeah.
And yeah. I would die.
It's like you take a walk on the beach and suddenly you just have sand up your asshole.
We ain't even at the beach yet, and this shit is within my asshole. But yeah, it's Jesus Christ. So he was like, fuck you, son. my son.
Never talk to me or my son ever again.
Never talk to me, and then points at this guy, or my son, ever again.
That's us at Aliens.
It is. And clouds.
I love clouds.
I love clouds too. I don't think, like, okay, it's not the sun's fault that you first of all dropped your fucking water, but also that it fucking evaporated at lightning speeds. That's just how the sun is. Why are you taking your anger out on something that isn't, like, that's not avoidable?
Shut the fuck up, he's had a rough day.
Well, fuck, I mean, so is the sun, probably. It's hot up there.
No, the sun is hot.
Yeah.
The sun's probably
like,
cold,
fuck.
Because everything in comparison is just so cold. Give the sun a blanket.
Maybe the sun was thirsty.
Thirsty.
And out of spite, he absorbed.
Absorbed?
God. He absorbed the water.
kid drop it, though?
Oh, no, he just, like, saw it and was like,
And then sucked.
What the fuck?
That's how the sun sounds.
Such a powerful laugh for a powerful boy. Oh, Jesus. Alright.
I can't...
Is there more to be done here?
Okay, really quick, about that laugh. I do it at myself because I make a stupid fucking joke, and I think it's really funny, and that's how I laugh. Because I'm a geek. But I can't type that shit out. And I'm talking to people and I want to type it.
Hang on, I'm gonna send you some ideas over Skype.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But I'm talking directly to one of my friends right now. Hey, this is for you. That's how it sounds. Love you. Okay, great. I did it.
Wait, maybe it... Is that any better?
Let me hack in. You're right.
I don't know how to properly transcribe it to text what I just heard, and I'm kind of struggling because of it.
Yeah, I can't either, and I'm the one who made the sounds.
Okay, to anyone, I want to leave this in just because it's funny, but, like, to anyone who's wondering what the fuck is happening, I tried to type out in Skype, like, what I thought that sounded like, and the first was just ha 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 in all caps, but with, like, spaces between, instead of just, like, the ha 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 with no spaces, and then the next one I typed was H-O-H-O-H-O-H-O-H, or, like, H-O-H space H-O-H space H-O-H space. And I can't figure out. It's such a distinct sound.
Yeah, you can't. I'm glad I got it out there. Whenever I need to type that sound again, I'll just refer them to this part of the episode.
Maybe. Here's a timestamp for you. Please visit our SoundCloud and also donate to our Patreon. So donate to my Kickstarter, please. So you laugh like All Might.
Oh, that's another good way to put it. Okay, this isn't the time to talk about this. SoundCloud, money, I'll talk about it at the end. Those are the code words. Hopefully I'll remember.
I'll write it down for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so is there anything more to be done with the sun?
I don't think so. I think we covered this one.
You wanna know something that makes me really fucking angry?
What? The sun?
You know how... Yeah, but, like, not the sun specifically. Love her. Love the sun. But, like, depictions of the sun. I don't feel like we're doing the sun justice because of our horribly disrespectful depictions of her. Here's the thing.
I need an example. Like, why...
I'm telling you.
Okay, sure.
You know how in cartoons and shit, when they show the sun, it's always wearing sunglasses.
The sun doesn't need sunglasses! She's the sun!
Why would she be shielding herself from herself? Let her love herself.
Yeah,
self-love. The sun is the number one, like, body positivity, self-love, and self-care, like, icon that we have.
It's because she's a big girl and she deserves it.
Okay, with that out of the way, I think we're ready to move on.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. I'm gonna stick with Megabev a little bit. We're nearing the point where... Okay, actually, if we're gonna edit all of that out, I can... Kid Chard.
What?
Kid Chard.
Kid Chard?
Yes. You know the sign I mentioned earlier with interchangeable letters? That's what Megabev said. Kid Chard.
like K-I-D space.
Yes.
C-H-A-R-D.
Correct.
As in dog.
Chard, yes.
Who... what? Hang on. Chard? The first thing I thought of was like C-H-A-R-R-E-D, like something that's been horribly burned.
Yes. You'd think.
I think it's a cry for help.
Kid Chard.
Kid Chard, send help.
Oh, no. They could just call 911, though.
Maybe their phone's dead. This is the only thing they have.
Kid Chard.
Chard. Help pulls.
They ran out of letters.
Hep pulls. They ran out of letters.
Maybe that's why it's spelled like that instead of Chard all the way.
Yeah.
It's because they ran out of letters.
They ran out of letters trying to, like, fan the flames.
It's
like making it.
Like a smoke, message. What are they called?
Smoke signals.
Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ.
Maybe they meant, like, Kid Charade.
I hope so.
But they forgot how to spell charade.
No, I don't think.
You don't think?
I don't think. They'd spell it with an S, first of all, if they forgot how to spell charade.
Chard.
Is it a real word? I'm gonna Google it.
Chard is a green leafy vegetable that can be used in Mediterranean cooking. But for kids?
Okay.
But for children?
Or maybe it's a rapper name.
Lil Chard?
Oh no!
Young Kid Chard. That's he's a SoundCloud. I'm gonna become a SoundCloud rapper. And that's gonna be my name.
Oh, Kid Chard.
Okay. Kid Chard. Why did you see any like in there? Did you encounter the chard?
No, it was alcohol.
Well, okay, sure.
We found beans. Oh, it was called Bean Boy.
I'm sorry.
We were at the register, and there was a small package, it was plastic. Like, almost like a Kool-Aid packet.
Oh, yeah.
And it said Bean Boy on it.
Free him.
Free him.
Wait, maybe he's been contained for our safety?
There was more
he's
than
the one
one.
that charred the kid.
Oh, no.
No!
What if Kid Chard is Chard?
What?
Never mind.
No, please, I'm so scared. I need closure.
Kid Chard is Chard.
Like he's just made of the leaves?
Yes.
So he's a vegan, is what you're saying.
You're right.
I am. Bean Boy and Kid Chard are lovers.
I was gonna say an iconic rap duo, but I like that one better.
They're the vegan rap duo that's sweeping the fucking nation.
And they're in love.
And they're so in love. They're so in love. Jesus Christ. Kid Chard and Bean Boy. If we ever make like merchandise, I want a shirt that's just an album cover of who is assumedly Kid Chard and Bean Boy. Oh fuck. That's so funny. Okay, anyway. Alright, so Kid Chard.
We did it.
Oh wait. Well, that's the thing. Maybe instead of like a cry for help for like a fucking kid being charred, maybe it was like advertising
for
like, hey,
Kid Chard.
you know how they would do that with like like Justin Bieber and shit?
Yeah.
Maybe Kid Chard was in the fucking building and he wanted to let the whole world know.
I missed
so
Kid Chard?
You missed Kid
No!
Chard! You just missed him!
Damn.
You just missed him! Oh my god. I'm gonna go to a Kid Chard concert and he's gonna sign my arm and then the next day I'm gonna get it tattooed.
It's what he deserves.
It's what he deserves. Okay. God, I love Kid Chard and Bean Boy. Okay. So, that was that. Are we ready to move on, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. I want to hear the last high school one you have.
Yeah, I have one more high school one, and then I had one that I actually heard earlier today. So this is the last one that I heard from the group of high schoolers. I think it had. I mean, okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is first. So here's what it is. I'm a crisp nugget.
Yes! Yes, you are!
You're so fucking right, dude! Oh my god!
It's like an inspirational poster. You're a crisp nugget!
You are a crisp nugget.
Yeah!
Please calm down. This is my senior quote.
You didn't have a senior quote.
I didn't. They duped me out of one, like the fucking thoughts that they are. They were like, oh yeah, email in your senior quote. And I was like, oh, okay, except no, I wasn't, because I never got the email. Anyway.
Also, you graduated, you can't say that anymore. You have to put it on your gravestone.
I'm gonna put that on my gravestone. Those are gonna be my wedding vows, Dexter.
Your what?
My wedding vows.
Oh, that's much better. Man, I forgot about the middle part of your life. It's high school, then death, right?
It's high school and then you fucking die. Goodbye.
Well, at least that's the impression I was put under.
Right, absolutely. And from my experience, that yes,
Can't confirm.
I have in fact fucking deceased. Okay, so I'm a crisp nugget. I assume it has something to do with, again, the sun. But
oh yeah, of course, he's burnt to a crisp.
he's Kid Chard. Oh god.
You met him in person!
Oh fuck! Oh, I didn't even see him. I was too busy like staring directly down at the ground.
Okay, so consider this:
Mm-hmm.
when the sun was jealous of the water and evaporated it, he charred this kid, creating Kid Chard. In the process,
This is the origin story of Kid Chard.
Man, you were there since the beginning.
His debut album, Crisp Nugget. I can't. This is so.
I'm
He
a
actually
Crisp Nugget.
he was under a pseudonym for a while before he became Kid Chard, and he was Crisp Nugget. His name was Christopher P. Nugget. Was his name.
And then he upgraded. He matured in his
Into Kid
his name
Chard.
and his music brand. He's Kid Chard now. Might be an immature, like a downgrade, because he's a kid.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, I mean, young at heart.
Sure. That's the name of his first song. Young at heart.
Do this. Oh, but yeah, crisp nugget. I am a crisp nugget. So the sun. What was the thing? So the sun got mad at the water.
Yeah, and then evaporated it, and it needed to do it really fast, so it was like a solar ray.
Oh yeah, like a flare.
Right at the water or something, but maybe the sun missed a little bit, and he was in the area and was burnt to a crisp nugget.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I feel like, I don't know. I'm not gonna take this to court or anything, but I feel like the sun might have even done it on purpose.
Why?
I mean, it's interesting to think about.
Why would the sun do that though?
You know, I mean, I don't know. Like, you have to wonder. Like, first of all, what kind of life would this kid have been?
For their sick record deals.
Sick record deals. That's the thing. Maybe the sun was doing it like because he knew because the sun knew like what would happen.
The sun knew who this kid could become.
Yeah, maybe the sun had been like following this kid's like music life, and it's like, oh man, I'm never gonna get anywhere. And the sun was like, not on my watch, fucker. And then he like turned him into this music legend. The sun gifted him like not only horribly burnt crispy skin, but also like music of the gods or something like magical and spiritual of that nature.
Sure. Like Apollo is the sun god of the sun, right? He's also music and shit.
Well, I don't know.
I think.
Oh, hang on, I can Google it. I've had this fucking tab open on my computer. It's getting so much use. Okay. Apollo, Greek god. Let me see. God of music.
Fuck yeah.
The god of music, truth, prophecy, healing, sun and light, plague, poetry, and more.
Man, he's just the god of everything.
He's got a lot fucking going for. I mean, hey, diversify your fucking portfolio. Good job, Apollo. So not even the sun, but like Apollo himself shot down a fucking like flaming arrow into this child's heart and gifted him.
And now he's a rock god.
Now isn't that what happened to Led Zeppelin?
Yes. That's the Led Zeppelin lore.
No, I'm not even fucking around. There's like some really fucking weird like rock decadency culture from like back in the day when Led Zeppelin was popular, because there was a lot of shit about like how they made a deal with the devil like in real life to like gain this fucking like where we're taking it, but like people actually believed it. And so like they were being fucking hailed as like actual gods, which I don't think human beings should be put through because they're human beings. But that's what happened to them, and now, like, some people are talking about the same thing happening with Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
Which is fucking wild, because, they're, like, the spiritual successor to Led Zeppelin. They sound pretty much exactly the same. Well, I don't want to say that, but, like, something like that. But yeah, that's, like, really, like, small tangent on that. Like, don't do that to people, like, whether they're in music or whatever. Like, don't, like, just chill the fuck out. Well, maybe do it to Kid Chard, because, it actually literally happened. Yeah. And he's cool with it. Other people might not be. But, like, that it actually happened to him.
You need to get the truth first. Okay.
Right. Before you just assume things.
God, you dumb fucks. Okay, really quick. Is he a rock god or a rap legend?
He's a rap legend. He raps.
Okay, sure.
That's his whole thing. That's his whole like moniker is about, like, that's his whole persona is a rap legend.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a Hannah Montana situation. And hear me out.
Okay, go on.
By day, he's Christopher P. Nugget. By night, he is Kid Chard.
Best of both worlds.
He's living a dual life. Oh god, I love him. It's like an alter ego, but he's not like pretentious about it. It's just like a thing that he does.
Yeah, sometimes it's just how it be.
He's like an agent. It's like an agent, a child of Apollo, like momentarily possesses his soul when he like gets up to rap, and then he doesn't fucking remember any of it when he like comes out of it. This is some good shit.
Yeah, we're really okay. But now that we've done the Kid Chard lore, who's Bean Boy?
Bean Boy is a gentle soul. He's a sweet, gentle farm boy. He was raised on a farm.
A bean farm.
And he met a bean farm. He was farmed in the bean farm. It was kind of like a fucking like a gingerbread man situation where there was like an old couple who desperately wanted a child, and they just found this like sentient fucking like human shaped being. And it's like, oh, hello. You know the Disney... I don't want to give it away in case anyone hasn't seen it yet, but you know the short film that comes before The Incredibles 2?
Yeah, Bao.
Yeah, Bao. It was exactly like that. But with Bean. And he moved to the city to follow his dreams. What those were, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure it had something to do with me. Maybe he wanted to be like a country singer, like show his roots and be proud of like his heritage and who he was. And make his mom and pa back home proud. And then he met Kid Chard at a concert, and they like immediately hit it off and fell in love with each other. And now they are a country rap duo.
Country and rap don't go together at all.
They do now.
Fuck. Pioneers.
They made it work because of their love. They're trailblazers. They started a fucking trend. Their love is what made it work. Please don't cry. I know it's a beautiful, beautiful story, but please don't cry.
They're so perfect.
They are. I love them. I love my vegetable children. Oh shit. Wait. Is a bean a fruit or a vegetable?
I don't fucking know. Google it in the tab you keep using.
Fuck. God damn it. Hang on. I think a tomato's a fruit because it had seeds in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if fruit has seeds in it, then it's a vegetable.
Well, vegetables are
We're good. A fucking crisis, goddamn averted.
No, actually, vegetables are the leaves.
What?
That's the definition of vegetable. It's the leaf.
Fucking Google, god fucking damn it, okay, is a bean.
Oh, it's a legume!
Oh,
right?
Yeah, you're right, it is.
Nice. I'm a fucking fruit genius.
It's not a fruit, it's a legume.
Shut up.
I think it's time to move on. I can't do this.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So,
Right.
is it my turn?
It absolutely is.
Okay, this one is, we're still at Mega Bev. Because I have a lot from Mega Bev. I think I might have to skip out on my favorite one this episode, which is really tragic, because I love it so much. So, this one, I need to describe a little bit.
Sure.
It was, like, a box. No. It was, like, one of those cardboard container setup things that you, like a cardboard display that you put the stuff in.
Like a poster board?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was like a box, so it was holding all the alcohol in it. The brand was called 14 Hands.
That's too many.
And that in itself is questionable, yes. But its logo was a picture of a horse.
Oh no, what does it imply?
I don't know. But when I first saw it, it was only the head of the horse, which made it worse.
No, that's so much worse.
So it was like if you zoomed out, the horse would have 14 hands!
On each leg!
Freeze.
This episode is literally just us, like, harshly criticizing beer companies and, like, logos and products.
Yeah, why?
Oh man, so is that the whole thing, or is there more?
No, that was it. If there was any more, I'd probably throw up on the floor.
Oh my god.
14 hands.
And a horse. No, I don't think this implies that the horse... This is what my immediate reaction was, which is why when you said the horse has 14 hands, it was that much funnier. This was my immediate reaction. That's not how many hands the horse has. That's how many he's eaten, and he will continue if he is not stopped. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Running with that, why is the beer brand called that?
From that.
No. I'm running with it. I cannot stress that to you enough. So the beer brand is called 14 Hands. The logo is of the horse. The
Right.
beer is the waste from the 14 hands he's eaten.
What does it mean?
His piss.
Like,
after he's eaten the 14 hands.
This is so bad. Are you sure we're not gonna get sued?
What?
Oh fuck. Listen. I don't think That's literally the worst thing I've ever heard you say.
That's understandable.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. Stop. The horse. Another horribly boring way that we could take it is, they're, farm hands.
And they tend to the horse.
But this horse is so fucking powerful, it needs 14 of them.
Yeah, sure.
So 14 people are needed to contain this one singular horse.
Yes.
But God, at what cost? 14 people must be sacrificed. Just kidding. How many hands? No, 14 farm hands must be sacrificed to this one horse.
And that's the beer.
Yeah.
The blood of these 14 hands.
The blood of the innocent. Oh, Jesus. It's a satanic cult. Well, not satanic because it's just a horse, but it's very, very powerful.
No.
What?
Horses.
Horses are very scary.
Yeah.
Neither of us like horses.
Correct. Actually, listen, in this roleplay chat I'm in or whatever, we were talking about horses, and then immediately afterward, the conversation drifted. Like, someone compared horses' lungs to the human spine.
Please don't.
Because when horses run too fast, their lungs bleed or whatever, right? And then someone compared that to the human spine and how useless it is. And I was like,
that's where me back goes.
And then I was like, oh, so we just cut it out and become worms.
Please.
So then the joke moved to the two genders, horses and worms.
There are only two genders, and they are horses and worms.
Yeah. And that was like, the horse was the bad one, and then the worm was the good one, and like, that's where we're at.
Oh my god. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Why the fuck? Okay, this brings up so many questions. First of all, why is the human fucking spine useless? I think that's the most important part of your body. Well, arguably. Very arguably.
I asked what she meant by it. I was like, hey dude, we need it to live. She didn't give me a direct answer, probably because I got so caught up in my worm theory.
Theory?
Yes, because I was like, we become worms. And then she goes, yes, our final form. And I'm like, yes, correct. See, what really weirds me out, though, is that if we cut out our spine, we'd still have all of our other bones. So we wouldn't be true worms, would we?
Well, because here's the thing. You have spinal cords that run literally all the way down from, like, your brain, I think. I'm not a fucking, like, backologist. But, like, I think that, like, you need those things to, like, move the rest of your body and also to function. And if you don't have them, then you'll just, like, lie there. That's how, like, paralysis happens, I think.
Yes.
Your spine gets, like, twisted or something.
Yeah, it gets janky.
So, like... It gets... That's how you would describe it?
Yeah, I say it all the time. My
My
dad is up here.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's censorship.
Yeah. Well, now that he's gone, I can say, it's fucky.
It sounded like you leaned into the microphone and, like, whispered.
It's fucky.
That's the forbidden word.
The ASMR.
Please don't! God,
Okay. So there's this. Okay, my sister was showing me this stupid video or whatever, and it was like, I don't remember what it was called, but they were talking about how alarm clocks are the worst sound, and it was like a reaction video, and the video that the reaction fellows were watching was like, I love the sound of my alarm, and the guys were like, no, you don't, and then one of them goes, it's like pain ASMR.
BDSM ASMR.
Yeah, I hate it. Wow.
My favorite ASMR video is Todd Howard seduces you in the bathroom at a Fleetwood Mac concert. But
why?
I was gonna say another thing that is, like, awful is the I didn't know that horses' lungs bled when they ran too fast.
Yeah, there's a whole post about it or whatever. It's like comparing kids with like prodigy kids or whatever with horses. I think because like the kids who can read super well or whatever are like if they push themselves too hard, they'll die, even though that's what they were built for. Something like that. I don't remember the post. I see it on my dash all the time, but it's so long, and I reblogged it like twice already, and I don't need to read it again.
I'll just look in your blog and type the word horse.
Don't.
Yeah, I won't.
Don't.
I won't do that. But alright, so 14 hands and a horse. It's like that one movie, like three men and a baby or something.
2.5 men.
That's my 3 dads. No, wait, my 2 dads squared. Fuck. No.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Are we just listing things with numbers in them now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my 8 dicks. Like
my. And the autobiography of a very, very malformed octopus. All right, I'm gonna. I think for everyone's like health and safety, we should move on. Okay.
Is it my turn to give you the thing that, or is it your turn to give it to me?
It's your turn to give it to me because last week I told you about Mothman.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
I wrote this one down. What? Okay. Tender area?
Oh, fucking god. That's so funny. Oh, why is that funny? Why the fuck is that funny?
You have to figure that out.
Tender area?
Tender area?
Alright, so you know, when you go to get fast food and you order the McNugs.
Yeah.
And you bite into it, but there's like a really weird textured part. You know the one?
I zoned up for a second. You're gonna have to repeat everything you just said.
That's okay. So you know when you go and get Chicky McNugget, Shinken Nungents,
yes,
right? Most of them very, very good, but sometimes you bite into one and there's
and it's got like the grizzle in it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So someone like bit into it, and maybe they like never had the McNuggles experience before.
Yeah.
And so they fucking pulled that shit out of their mouth, confused. And maybe the reason that they never had like chicken nuggets before is because they're from a foreign country or something. But they don't speak English super well. And so they don't really know the proper terminology for this odd portion that they found within their chicken nugget. And so I like to imagine that they got the word chicken nugget confused for chicken tenders, which as we all know is a very, as you know, is an extremely different, like, food.
Experience.
A chicken nugget.
It's completely different.
Yeah, chicken nuggets and chicken tenders should never even, like, be mentioned within the same breath as each other. But
correct.
This person, you know, they forgot the word for nugget, even though it's such a beautiful word. But yeah, so they pull the fucking disgusting out of their mouth, and they point to it to show their friend, and all they can figure out how to say is tender area? Because they can't figure out what the fucking area of this chicken tender is, which is actually a chicken nugget. But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's tender area.
Tender area?
Tender area?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
So, I was sitting down, right, on me.
As opposed to sitting up.
Yes. And my brother was there also. And he is 4.
Yes.
And he is, like, walking around on me. As a 4-year-old does, I guess.
Right.
And I go, hey, don't, ow, you know, something along those lines. Because he's walking on me.
Yeah.
And I, like, push him away, like, hey, get off. Don't touch me there. You know, something like that.
Right. Sure.
And he looks at me and goes, tender area?
But there's still no context!
I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up.
Fuck.
So, whenever my dad is going through the same experience, and my brother steps on his ball sack or whatever, he goes, hey, that's a tender area. So my brother looked to me, believing that I was going through a similar ball sack related experience, and asked me if he hit a tender area, but all he said was, tender area?
Well, I mean, he did step on your ballsack. So, he's correct.
He is.
Tender area confirmed.
Tender area confirmed.
Tender area confirmed for Smash. Okay, well, you know what? I'd like to think I like mine better. I mean, that one was also very, very, very funny.
But yours just made more sense.
Yeah, to be honest, instead of just tender area. Okay, so, hey, SoundCloud money.
Okay. It turns out that you can only put so much content up on SoundCloud for free.
Oh my god, really?
After a certain point, you have to start paying for it. And we're going through that time very quickly. Like, we had 180 minutes, and now we're down to, 130. Or I think that was when I posted episode 1. So we're down pretty bad at this point. And I don't have that kind of money to just...
Well, how much is it? Or whatever.
Let me look it up. But I don't have, I can't buy that crap willy-nilly, okay?
It's okay.
I just wanted to say it because since now we have a Patreon, we could get some people to, give us money. So we can get the pro one.
Force them at gunpoint to hand over their fucking wallets.
Give us the dollars if you want to listen to it.
Give
at
the coin.
On schedule. The schedule that I made up.
Oh yeah, you have a schedule now if you want to talk about that a little bit too.
Oh yes. So it's gonna go up every other Saturday.
Cool.
I'm really great that we did that.
Okay, so SoundCloud costs money, or it's going to in the future, and we technically, we'll figure it out and let you know, at some point. If it's not in a podcast, you can check it out on, our social media or something, and we'll probably let you know what the situation is, because we are just now discussing this for the first time. But, do you think it's time for the outro? Is that a thing?
If you don't have anything else to say, I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. Alright, so thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to hear more, you can follow us on Tumblr or SoundCloud under the name Eavesdroppers, spelled exactly how it sounds, or on the Twitter under the name Eavesdroppers9. If you'd like to send in things you want us to give context to, whether you know the real context or not, you can send them in via the Tumblr. You can do it anonymously or with your username so we can credit you. We also have a Patreon if you'd like to donate. That's also under the name Eavesdroppers. It comes with, we just put up the tiers for it, or Dexter did.
There's exactly one tier. Bonus content for $5.
Bonus content for $5, that's great. There's gonna be some probably from each episode, but I can't say for sure.
I probably definitely could have done last episode. I was just lazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one we're probably gonna have to.
Yeah, this one is absolutely going to have to. We're actually at an hour and a half right now.
Oh.
So it sure is going. But, yeah, if you'd like to get in on some of that action, our Patreon is Eavesdroppers. Dexter, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I do not. I do not have thoughts, period.
That's fair. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, or listening, I suppose. But we hope to see you around next time. Okay, love you, bye-bye.